Welcome to Southern Yankee Homestead. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Uh, Today I'm going to do a little bit different of a video than a lot of the other videos. It's not going to be anything in particular. It's not going to be um, projects around the homestead. Today is a rainy day, so I'm going to spend some time editing and spend some time with my wife. Uh, I know some of you subscribers are waiting for part 3 of the Harbor Freight Sawmill. That will be coming. That will be the video after this one. I am just taking some time because today is December 31st. Tomorrow is New Year's. You'll be watching this on New Year's Day or sometime after that, 2021. I just wanted to reflect because there's a lot of negativity out there right now, and it's disheartening, and I feel that there's a lot of people out there that could use a message of hope. So I'm hoping that I can give a different perspective on 2020. 2020 was a rough year, but, and as some of you know, I have anxiety depression disorder with PTSD. So 2020 for some people is what I have to deal with almost on a daily basis. Not every day. Some days are better than others. But the negativity that is out there, it is your choice on whether or not you take that personally, if you internalize that. One of the tricks that I've learned is you've got to accept the bad and look for the good. I know some of you, this may be hard to hear. You've had family members that have died of COVID. You've had family members that have died of other natural causes or not natural causes. That is part of life. That is something that is always there. That is something that's always going to be there as long as there's a human race. Pandemics aren't new. The Spanish flu of 1918, that killed a lot more people than COVID has. That doesn't make it any less of a tragedy, though. Death is death. So you have to, in order to enjoy life, you have to accept the fact that at some point the end will come. So your goal is to live your life. Don't live your life in fear. Don't live your life in regret. Don't live your life in the negative. You don't do anything for yourself or anyone else when you do that. Earlier this year we had a slight family scare. I'm not going to get into the specifics because I don't have permission from that family member. But they're doing okay, and it wasn't COVID related. But our family, or more specifically my side of the family, not Diana's but mine, the family's getting old. And with age comes the passing of a lot of history within the family. It's not something to praise, but it's something to expect in all families. But at the same time, I want to quote my grandmother, who is in her mid-90s now, and just about every time I see her and tell her about what we're doing and where we've gone, what we've done, what I've done, what's going on, she's overly excited. She says that you only have so much time and to enjoy life every chance you get. And that is words to live by. Yes, there are going to be downtime. There's going to be times that you're going to be down. That's part of the human condition. You can't have the good without the bad. You can't have black without white. It's all a matter of context. You have to have both sides of the coin in order to appreciate the finer things. And a lot of people aren't seeing that right now, which is a shame. At my lowest, in, what was it, 2013, when I had my mental breakdown, people were telling me it would get better. I was not in the mental capacity at that time to be able to see it. Oh, cheer up, it'll get better. It's going to be okay. You'll be fine. You'll recover from this. You just see. Hindsight being 2020, I do see that now. I couldn't at the time. My mind was not wired to see the positivity. My mind was wired for the negative. It took a lot of effort and, in some cases, medication to help get me through it. And that's also one of the reasons why I've started this YouTube channel. I want people to see that even at your lowest, you can still do stuff. Good days, bad days, they come, they go. But you have days. Any time that you're on this side of the grass is a good day, whether you can see it or not. So, reflecting on 2020, the negative, the bad, I've pretty much been stuck on the homestead. I haven't left Virginia. I haven't really left our area other than a couple small times for little trips and gathering stuff for the homestead. Occasional jobs and work, but I've been here on this little patch of property in southeastern Virginia all year. I say that it's bad, but at the same time, I can put that in the positive column. I've been here on this little patch of dirt in southeastern Virginia for almost this entire year. At the beginning of the year, when COVID first came out, we made a decision, and we've expanded exponentially, really, from what we had before. Prior to 2020, we had a garden and we had a lawn. We had grand expectations, but we didn't have what we have now. We doubled down in 2020. We added 2 new gardens. We expanded on the garden that we had. We've increased our chickens by double, at least. We've gotten goats, which was not expected when we went into 2020. That actually came about in July. So we've made progress on the homestead. We're trying to get away from going to the grocery store as often. So we're trying to have as much materials on our little patch of land as we can so that we can survive. Regardless of what happens. If 2021 turns out the vaccine works perfectly, the political system works perfectly, and everything is perfect, then we didn't necessarily waste our time, but we made progression towards getting back to a simpler way of life. And that's ultimately what we're doing. We have a lot of stuff around here, but it's a lot of stuff that help us improve on what we want to do. We didn't cover in everything that we wanted in 2020. I'm an avid off-roader. We love camping. You've seen in the background, we've got a Suzuki Samurai, and we've got a large camper that can carry it. We've had the new truck over a year now, and we haven't towed the camper once, because we got the truck in October of 2019, and in March things were pretty much shut down. So that's our cold time here in Virginia, so we didn't get a chance to take the camper out. And because of COVID, a lot of the off-roading stuff was shut down, so we didn't get to deal with a lot of the off-roading that we like doing. We're not making our big trip this year for New Year's. So it is kind of bittersweet, but at the same time, it's adapting to our surroundings. We couldn't travel like we wanted because of, 1, the military restrictions on my wife, and 2, because it would not be prudent for us to do it. So we found other means to maintain our sanity. I've always been an outdoors person. I like being outdoors. I love fishing, hunting, four-wheeling, off-roading, just hiking in the woods. So along with that, we have the tractor, we have the gardens, which the chickens are turning the gardens for the spring right now. We'll have more videos on that coming in the future. So 2020 for us wasn't horrible. It was rough in patches. It was. One of the things that I've done to help myself, my mental health, I've cut back on watching the news. I used to watch the news religiously every night, but I found that it is repeating and in a lot of aspects grossly inaccurate. And I'm not getting into any political stuff. I'm talking in general. There is too much misinformation within the media itself right now for me to continue watching it, because they're going for shock and awe for ratings. So I catch the news once, maybe twice a week. The weather is about my limit. That's as much as I catch during a normal time. And it has actually helped a lot, because now I'm not getting that nightly reinforcement of negativity. It may work for you, it may not. I don't know what's going on the grander scheme of things as far as politics and religion and COVID. I know wear a mask, social distance, wash your ass. Basically keep clean. Wash your hands, sanitizer, that whole thing. But ultimately it comes down to hygiene. So outside of that, I'm not overly concerned with what's going on within the country. I am concerned. I do have my political views. I am not going to press those political views. This channel is not about politics. This is about what we do around the homestead and what we do off the homestead. At no time am I going to come in here and press my political views, my religious views, or any other of my views upon you, the viewer. We're going to show you what we do. I might give you some opinions. I might give you some information on what we find. But I am not going to turn this into a rant. This is going to be simply a channel for what we do on a daily basis to help us live this life to our maximum. With that being said, you're not going to find, big exorbitant builds of vehicles, even though I'd love to do one. You're not going to find regular reviews on equipment or stuff that I bought off Amazon. I will do that stuff occasionally as warranted, but this channel isn't about that. This channel is about us. What we're trying to build here is who we are. To show you who we are, not to show you what we believe or try to tell you what you should believe. You need to find your own course. But I look forward to further conversations, and I look forward in 2021 to building our channel and hopefully having some interactions with some of the other people on other channels. Will it happen? I don't know, but those are the hopes for 2021. Along with that, we're going to get into doing some building. You've already seen, if you're on our Facebook, the information on the garage. The slab is poured. I've started the electrical. That's going to be coming soon. We're in the process of getting 6 or 7 months worth of backlog video up onto YouTube so that we can get more up to date, like this video here. Other than that, for those of you that are still fretting that 2020 was a horrible year and you're worried about 2021, I'm going to say it is what you make of it. If you think 2020 was horrible and you're expecting 2021 to be worse or the same, you're going to get what you asked for. go into the new year expecting nothing. Go into the new year looking forward to better days. So train your mind to see the positive. Train your head to recognize the negative. Don't harp on it. Try to be more positive in the coming year. People talk about New Year's resolutions, and I think according to statistics, the average New Year's resolution lasts about 2 weeks. I'm not talking about New Year's resolutions here. I don't make New Year's resolutions. If I see something and I want to go for it, I go for it. I don't need a new year to tell me how to do that. That's just a day on a calendar. But with that day on the calendar, take a look at your life. See if it's too complicated. See what makes you happy. See what makes you sad. There is no reason that you should be going through this life full of negativity when there's so much out there to enjoy. So please, please, for your own sake, for your family's sake, and for everyone else's sake, be positive. Look to the positive. If something negative happens, it happens. Grieve it if you must, but move on. You do no one any service by being negative all the time, especially yourself. People don't want to be around negative people. People don't watch negative people. They watch angry people, which I don't understand. But negative people, they alienate themselves from everyone else and makes it even worse. So be more positive in the coming year. Be more generous. I'm not saying give your money away, but if things open back up and you go out to a restaurant, give a smile to the waitress or waiter. Greet someone that you would normally not greet. Say hello for no other reason than just saying hello to someone. Yeah, they might think you're weird, but at the same time, if you're positive and you portray positive, you may make that person's day better. Even if it's just an iota. Make someone's day better. By making their day better, you'll make yours better. And that's my goal for you for 2021. Improve someone's day. Even just a minuscule amount, and even if you don't realize it, try to make someone's day just a little better. And with that, I've been rambling for a few minutes. I'm sure you don't want to watch all this. I hope you enjoyed the view of the chickens and the rain. And we'll see you on the next episode, which will be the sawmill part 3, if you're following this chronologically. So, sorry. Hope I'm not adding any negativity to your day by not showing you the third part of the sawmill build. But I hope at the same time that you and yours are having a blessed day. I hope that you and yours are staying positive, and if not, keep positive. It will get better, I promise. Bye.